Alright, hello everyone and welcome to the Grove. My name is Hawk and today I'm doing a combat beta quick start guide, a tutorial if you will, for the combat beta for Aeven. So when you first log in, if you haven't added your Patreon, linked your Patreon, you will have a book that pops up for that, but if you're in one of the open betas, it'll just jump start you straight to the screen. So what you do is you press Q, and then it'll open this character select. If you don't have any characters, this icon will be all the way over here. I just have a few different characters that I've been playing around with, so that's why I have 5 already. So when you click create a character, you'll have 3 different things you need to think about. You need to think about your character's name, because we have a list of names that we pull from right now. So let's see if I can get a T name. Via. Vengi. Actually, let's go with Vengi. I've been playing characters solely that have V start names, so let's do that. And then the skin will randomize as well, but you can always just click to cycle through all of the options. And I wanted a specific skin. Can I get to it? There we go. And then fighter, cleric, pathfinder, or spellbinder, you can read all of the different parts of that class. You can create multiple characters, as you saw, so you can just have a character for each of the 4 classes and see which one you like most, and so you can test out the different abilities and see which ones you like first. I'll be using the fighter because eventually I'll want to talk about one of the movement pieces that. So then, once you're done, when you're satisfied with the name, the class you want to pick, and the skin you want to choose, just click create a character. It'll pop up here, and currently you don't have any sort of anything at all. No equipment, so you just, and of course you start with no equipment, so first you need to talk to this guy. He will give you the rundown of this is just a combat beta, because they're trying to make sure that the mechanics work before they full-on implement them into an MMO. So, and it also gives them time to work on the other elements of the whole experience. So currently we're just focusing on the battle mechanics. But of course, we need equipment. And then before we head up to the arena, before we train, and then head up to the arena. So for me, I usually go over here first. So this is where the weapons are. There's shields. As you can see, you can find the bow. So you have the swords, axes, maces, greatsword, battle axe, warhammer, staff, shield, and the bow. And then you also have the flute. The flute is for if you're playing a Pathfinder. That's the instrument we have currently for the Bard class. And then you'll also notice that some of these have 2-handed and some of these only have 1-handed. That means if you have a dual wield ability like the fighter class, you can do that. You can also unlock dual wielding in the skills tree at least one other class, but I forget which one it is. But if you can unlock dual wielding or you have dual wielding by default, which fighter does, then you can do one hand. For right now, I will just get the bronze axe, so I'll just get 2, and they'll autofill into my main hand in my offhand. If you bought the shield, it'll do that as well. I'm going to just buy the shield because for right now, because we do have the weapon and shield is part of the quest. I suggest the bronzite shield just because that's the easiest one right now, but if you want to get, for me to figure out how to block, but you can also get the iron shield as well. And then you can, if you want to buy an item, you need to shift click. So say I wanted to buy the flute, I just shift click and it'll pop into my inventory, and this is done for all items. Then if you want to move on, you can do this. So I'm going to buy the light armor for right now, and they will appear on my body because I have nothing in those slots right now. But I do suggest getting the leather items as well so that you have them, and because they give better defense. If you're playing something like a Pathfinder, your movement ability that you can unlock will help counteract those. And then, so you have the Ring of Balance, which gives you some things, and then you also have different rings that are specifically tied to help one specific class. For me, I'm currently playing fighter, so I'm going to get the ring, and of course, as you see, it can pop into that spot. Now, you also need at least something of utility. I'm not sure which part of this counted as utility. I wasn't paying attention. So the answer was my second axe counted as the utility item. It could just be any bonus item you get from any shop. So just buy another item outside of the equipment you're trying to get. You can also get utility items from this guy, which I suggest using lesser health and lesser mana. You can also get bandages that can heal 40 every seconds. I haven't tested those out yet, but I probably will eventually. And oh, you can just do that. Oh, I forgot. The reason that I was going to use the dye linen is specifically for the dyes. Because while these use honor, which I will explain how to get later, you can get just purple, pink, or green dye. Let's use green dye for right now. And so if you put it in one of your utility things, then you can use it. So for shifting different things around in your inventory, you'll want to use right click to unequip or to equip into your offhand, I believe. Yeah. And then left click is to go into your main hand if it's something like a weapon. And then for utility, slot 1 is going to be left click and slot 2 is going to be right click. Now, if you're like me and you're wearing linen, you can choose to switch to your dyeing item, and you can just right click and it will re-dye. So that'll re-dye into whatever color you have chosen. I'm going to go back to my other axe and the training dummies. So you have the little market down there and you have the training dummies up here. And this is where you're going to train. So the first thing you'll want to, so you can either focus on block damage first or fully charged armor attack. Fully charged attacks. Fully charged attacks is really easy because it's just left click. And so you have to wait until the bar is fully up. And then once you get that done, you'll be able to cross that off. And then for blocked damage, I find using a shield, such as the bronzite shield, a lot easier. And all you have to do is hold right click and kind of slowly walk up to this dummy and wait until the parry is all the way up to help. But it looks like just blocking that amount of damage was enough to get me past that that little bit. Then, bronzite axe. So now you can open your spellbook, and this has like all the settings and the wallet. And the wallet is shared for account wide. And you have the quest log if you want to check quests. And then you also have talents, which I will explain once they pop up. And then you have the spellbook, which is going to look into. And this spellbook describes all of your special abilities, and it can allow you to look at the descriptions, which can be very useful if you're not sure how to actually make something work. So as you can see, it says usage spell, press 1. And so how our spells work is you have an area at the bottom of your screen that has toggles between different sets of spells based on what you're doing. As you see, I get something if I shift, if I parry, that changes, and if I release parry, I have my first ability. So I can do press 1, and then I have spun around, and so that got me almost to level 2. As you can see, currently it's giving me 600 experience, but if I try again, it lowers the experience. So I suggest practicing on newer abilities first, because that will help you gain experience faster so you can finish the preparation training stage and just go straight to the arena. So, and it is good to practice your abilities because then you'll know what exactly you are thinking about. So you get familiar with your abilities and you also get more practice using them. So, but I also have talents. You also have talents that you can go into, and I'm in combat. If you look in the right of your screen, it has all your effects. So if you're have drunken too many drunken potions in a short span of time, then you'll have some potion sickness. If you're in combat, it will be there. So, and if you attack anything, it'll reset since you're in combat. So all you have to do is wait around if you want to get back to the place. So if you want to do your settings, you can pull that up. But if you're looking specifically for the talent GUI, you need to wait until you're out of combat. I'm out of combat now. I can click my talents, and you can look at all the different abilities. And obviously I have only 1 point, so I can just add that, say, to two-handed expert, and then I'll be able to increase my damage by 5%. I do suggest looking at descriptions because they're different for each class, and then there's, as you can see, 3 different areas for every class as well. So I recommend looking at the different abilities as well for that. Let's see, did I get anything special? No. Okay. Okay, and I've unlocked dodge. Now dodge is a bit tricky one, because it took me a while to understand how it functioned. So what you do is that you just go directly right or left, and then you double tap to your shift. So, and Pathfinder also gets that ability. I think those are the only 2 classes that get that ability. But if you have unlocked dodge, then you have that ability. So, have that like side dash. All like special abilities use mana points, which you can see down here. That's why I got the health tonic and the mana tonic, because you can boost your regen of those. However, please keep in mind that potion sickness will be a thing. So I recommend that dash. I do recommend trying to not knock yourself off the edge, but if you do, just follow this coastline and you'll eventually get back to the beach. That's next to the town area. So just hug close to the wall, and eventually you'll get to a place where you can hop back up. I will try to show that in a moment. Let's actually show you where that is. As you can see, I am back up to this little area, so I'm able to go back and fight again. And for your abilities, if you're trying to find what mana cost they have, it's in the upper right of the spell description box. Okay, so I've gotten past the training portion, so now it's time for me to head through the arena. So you can either go down this path, you can go up that path. If you want to get anything from the market, you can. However, you don't need to worry about the stuff in the market, because there are vendors up there where you can buy items from. So let me just go up there and get that done. So you'll want to go up these stairs, and you'll be prompted to talk to the arena attendant, who will give you a little introduction to the arena, so you can choose between the different questions. So what is free-for-all, what are the matches, where is everything? And then you'll be able to read what you need. So Yeah, and then you can also talk to him again to learn more about other aspects as well. So feel free to discover for yourself what is needed. But if you want to just head straight in, you can talk to this guy, and then you can either ask for equipment, which he'll tell you where to find it in the arena, or he'll give you a fun dialogue if you choose 3. But if you want to just hop right in, you can press 1, and you'll get right into this. Okay, so I died, but that is okay. You'll probably die a lot during your time in the pit. And I'm going to go again, because I want to show you how you can get honor. But first, so you'll pop at these clerics. You can queue up for anything if you want to. So you can just talk to this person. And then if you want to get maybe gear improvement, or if you want to open your bank, then you can pop here. Your bank is right here, so mailbox. There's probably not going to be anything in here, but you do have it. And then if you talk to them again, you can open your bank, and this is shared across different players, so you can have that as well. So you can, of course, deposit as you need to, or you can withdraw. I am going to deposit my bandages. And then you can also talk to these, where you can have, it's the same thing from down there in terms of armor, utilities, and then you have different weapons, and then of course you also have your rings. Now, I did notice that while there was some delay, you are able to get different things. So you have either broken crab shell, or you have, say, a spitter tooth, and then you can also have, like, I believe a scale from the gator. And so if you shift right click, you can disenchant, and that's how you get honor. So that really is the whole start of it. And then if you want to drink a potion, you can, and just have fun in the games, I suppose. So there's also these portals which go to different arenas, and then yeah, so you can take a peek. I don't think these other ones are active. I think it's just the main one, the pit, but you can visit them at least. And with that, that's everything you really need to know to start a character in the beta, from what I gather. And the best place to figure out what I missed, or if you want to do anything, or if you want to play, I'll leave the information down in the description. But feel free to try it for yourself. The open beta will be from October 4th, today, to October 10th, so that you can play for free. But if you pledge to their Patreon, then you can also get it. There may be other chances that open beta will be opened for free as well. But right now, that's all for me. So hope you have a good day, night, whatever it is for you, and see you next time. And have fun at CubeCon if you're going. See you later. Bye.